Over the past few months, Ripple has achieved considerable success in its fight against the SEC. But few people know that there have also been many significant events unrelated to the SEC. Or you want to find out? Then stay with us and we will tell you everything. In a recent video, noted crypto influencer Ben Armstrong, also known as BitBoy, disclosed the number of XRP or Ripple network tokens that a crypto investor needs own in order to achieve billionaire status. According to Armstrong, a crypto enthusiast has to own 150 Ripple coins to become an XR billionaire. The crypto influencer's opinion, as expected, sparked a flurry of replies from the community. Some individuals ran surveys to elicit the collective knowledge of the crypto community, anxious to learn more about the subject. Jenna, a well-known XRP influencer, conducted a survey that drew a sizable response from XRP supporters. Surprisingly, most respondents believe that becoming a billionaire requires much less than 150 XRP units. Furthermore, although 62.5% of respondents believe they need less than 150 XRP, the runner-up group, with 22.6% votes, believes 150 T is enough. However, Armstrong issued a word of caution, emphasizing the need of taking a cautious approach in the aftermath of a poll result. BitBoy's remarks followed his own estimate that 150 XRP would make one a wealthy. In light of the outcome, Armstrong warned against being too aggressive with forecasts, emphasizing the potential damage such overzealousness might cause people. He took lessons from the last bull run and underlined the significance of adopting a more cautious outlook. While bold projections may be appealing, he cautioned that they might lead to false expectations and possibly harm investors. "I learned one thing from the last bull run. Being more conservative never hurt anyone," he remarked. "Predictions that are excessively forceful may harm individuals." Notably, for 150 XRP to make one a millionaire, the currency must trade over $6.07, and 150 XRP now costs almost $65 at the current price of $4,271. In contrast to BitBoy's proposal of 150, crypto enthusiast Edward Farina gave an optimistic outlook on XRP, claiming that owning 10,000 XRP tokens may lead to financial independence. Crypto Basic previously reported on how prominent Bitcoin trader Nebraskan Gunnar mocked BitBoy for his XRP millionaire advice. Gunnar uploaded a copy of an article and emphasized the two processes outlined by BitBoy, which involved generating a token and selling it for $1 million in extra pay. While Gunnar's insult had nothing to do with the story, his attention was drawn to BitBoy's recent affiliation with the recently created Ben Meme currency, implying that BitBoy will pull the Bencoin project as some others have indicated. According to a prior court decision, defense counsel and former federal prosecutor James K. Filan anticipates the controversial Heinemann speech materials to be provided to the public by June 6. The Heinemann materials pertain to a 2018 lecture by Bill Heinemann, former Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) Corporate Finance Division Director, in which he effectively asserted that ETH, was not a security. The records detail the SEC's internal debate and debates around this address. Filan, who has been following the SEC's EV's Ripple case for the last couple of years, offered an update on when the papers may be open to the public in a May 17 Twitter thread. The parties have 21 days to file public, redacted versions of summary judgment documents consistent with the sealing ruling, according to the court's 9/12/2022 order. June 6th is 21 days after yesterday's decision, he added. Some, however, feel that the stated schedule might be affected if the SEC files an appeal or the lawsuit is settled. Another lawyer who was watching the issue, Jeremy Hogan, partner at Hogan, said that the SEC has around 10 days to submit an appeal to this particular ruling. Others in the XRP community, such as Ashley Prosperone, feel that the potential of the records being unsealed may compel either party to seek a settlement, since they both may have material that they do not want the public to have access to. However, a tweet from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse on May 16 indicates that the unredacted Hyman emails would be publicly available soon. While Ripple Labs has long had access to the records, it sees this portion of the case as a key piece of evidence in its defense against the SEC and its claims that XSharp is a security. In late December, the SEC filed a move to seal the records from public access, claiming that they had no relevance to the case's conclusion and that the SEC's purpose outweighs the public's right to see the materials. Ripple Labs scored a victory this week as the request was officially refused on May 16. XSharp lawsuit update. Ripple Labs, the defendant in the long-running legal dispute with the Securities and Exchange Commissions, SEC, has secured another victory. Judge Annalisa Torres granted the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's attempt to hide the notorious S. According to court documents, the U.S. SEC sought that the Hinman speech documents be sealed because they include non-public conversations by agency officials. The court, however, dismissed the SEC's challenges to Judge Sarah Netburn's conclusions The notorious Hinman speech papers, according to Judge Netburn, did not fall within the deliberative process or attorney-client rights, as the U.S. SEC asserted. Meanwhile, the Commission went on to argue that problematic papers should be sealed since they are irrelevant to the summary judgment motions. According to the judgment, the court disagrees with the U.S. SEC and considers that the Hinman speech memoranda are court records with a high presumption of public access. The contentious papers are related to the execution of the judicial function and may be beneficial in the judicial process in the eyes of the court. Brad Garlinghouse, the defendant in the XSharp litigation, remarked on the current victory against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. He said that this is yet another victory for openness. He also said that the uncensored Hyman email and papers will be made public shortly. The court also rejected the Commission's claim that sealing the records is necessary to maintain openness and candor. The continuing Ripple vs. SEC legal battle took another turn when U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres denied the regulator's attempt to seal Hyman's speech. Related materials Judge Sarah Netburn ordered the regulatory body to turn over the documents to Ripple for the discovery process months ago. On December 22, last year, the SEC filed a move to seal text messages, expert reports, and internal emails related to Hyman's statements, claiming that its purpose outweighed the public's right to see irrelevance material. Meanwhile, Judge Torres said that Hyman's materials may have an impact on the court's decision. The records in dispute comprise comments and correspondence made by William Hyman, former SEC Director of Corporation Finance. In 2018, an ex-official said that Ether was not a security. Furthermore, the documents include preliminary opinions and an examination of XSharp. As a result, the records are critical for Ripple's argument since they demonstrate the SEC's early assessment of XSharp. The most recent judge decision permitted the Securities and Exchange Commission to redact the personal information of people identified in Hyman's materials. Torres also agreed to some redactions offered by Ripple. Nonetheless, the judge rejected a number of XSharp-related redactions,